intelligent, but the ones most responsive to change. So the second bonus you'll get is how to outlive an EMP, the early pioneer way, which is a day-by-day guide that shows you what to do after an EMP every day for 30 days using the lost ways. Think about it this way. If an EMP had struck in the late 1800s, nobody would have noticed it. Our great-grandparents didn't even know what an EMP was, nor did they know what modern technology was. But they surely lived, survived, and prospered without it. Now things are a little bit different, and because this event can happen all of a sudden with no warning whatsoever, it might be difficult for even the smartest minds to know what to do from the moment the running water stops and your food spoils to the moment when looters come knocking at your door. So in this report, you'll learn the 10 things that you should do on day 1, what you should make on day 2, what you definitely need to turn to on day 3, and so on until day 30, when you'll be absolutely 100% self-sufficient, protected, and able to help others if you want to. Unless you're living in a bunker full of stockpiles, doing these things in the wrong order may literally mean death. Now, I'll show you what to do every day so you'll never run out of water, food, or heat, and then what to do or build to improve things day by day. Another old saying people used to say is, for every minute you spend organizing, an hour is earned. So the third report you'll get is a step-by-step guide to building your own can rotation system that can hold at least 700 cans of different sizes. You'll never have to look at 50 cans for expiration dates, and you'll never need to throw away cans again because they've spoiled. A can rotator is not only a time saver but also a money saver. As you can see in this video, the mechanism is very simple. Whenever you buy new cans, you insert them in the upper shelf. The cans will automatically roll down, and they'll be the last in the row. When you pick them up, you do so from the shelf below. So you'll always pick the can that you bought first and therefore with the closest expiration date. Cool and efficient. The one you've just seen in the video, I built with only $95. Pretty cheap if you think that a similar rotator costs $420 on Amazon and holds only 450 cans, and theirs aren't even that cool. Now, once you have the plans and the step-by-step guide with pictures, all it takes is just 1 day of work, even less. So, if you choose to save the lost ways now, you'll also get these 3 exclusive bonuses that are worth $29 each, for free, and unlimited access to the members area, where you can ask me anything at any time. I'll be there to answer your questions and to help you if you need any clarification on anything. By knowing the ways of our forefathers, believe it or not, you're covered for anything. You'll never have to spend money on any prepping material again. And forget about unreliable and expensive modern survival equipment. Why even bother with reinventing the wheel when these things have been working right for centuries? The Lost Ways prepares you to deal with worst-case scenarios with the minimum amount of resources, just like our forefathers lived their lives, totally independent from electricity, cars, or modern technology whatsoever, which means you'll also be bulletproof against the ever-increasing threat of an electromagnetic pulse, a powerful economic breakdown, famines, and natural disasters. You'll have the power to protect and save your family, even to rebuild your community during the worst of times. And besides that, The Lost Ways is not merely a survival book, because most of the knowledge you'll find in it will begin improving things in your life starting today. What I'm talking about is the type of self-sufficiency that our great-grandfathers used to have. I'm talking about things that they did around their homes and the healthy lives that they lived. And at the same time, you get to take part in doing something great, saving our forefathers' lost skills. Now, I consider that I've done my part, the hardest and costliest part, if I may say so. All you need to do is to make sure that you hand this knowledge over when it's time to, and take full advantage of it until then. Now, I've shown it to some expert preppers and readers of mine, and some of them said that they would easily pay $1,000 just to learn these skills. I even thought of creating a weekend workshop and charging at least $500 for a seat. There are a lot of people that do that. But I realized that this would be wrong because only a handful of people will actually learn the lost ways. And while my main focus is not to get rich, but to save these skills by spreading this knowledge to other people just like me. Now, remember when a man's word was his bond? When you made an agreement and you just shook on it? Well, frankly, I'd like to do things the old-fashioned way here, on a handshake. So today, you can just shake my hand and seal the deal for a price that anyone can afford. While this video is still up, you can get The Lost Ways plus the 3 bonuses for a one-time special offer of just $37. But the only way to get it is to click the Add to Cart button below now. The way I see it, you have 3 options here. You can hope that things will get better and that a crisis will never strike America. And I'm hoping the same thing, by the way. But my grandfather taught me better. He taught me, as I've told you, to never take anything for granted. Doesn't it seem better to have these skills and never need to use them than to not have them and one day really need one of them? You can also start spending money and valuable time searching for guys who still know a lost thing or two by going through months of research and lots of traveling. And although it might sound nice in the beginning, these expeditions will take a huge toll on your bank accounts. I've spent 5 years gathering and rounding up this lost knowledge, and I must say that there were lots of times when I just wanted to give up. Or you could save the lost ways without going through any of this. I've already done the hard part. This lost knowledge has already been packed and is readily available to serve you and your children from now till the end of time. And there's nothing like this anywhere else. So if you want to literally save the lost ways and to know that your family is secure, to have warmth, food, water, and all the other things they need, even in the worst possible times, this is the only place where you can get it, and you are the only one that can really do something about it. When there's no more electricity and when your neighbors are forced to cook all the meat that they have in their fridges, you'll know the secrets to store it so your family won't starve next week. Heck, in fact, even now, yes, right now, if you get The Lost Ways, go to page 39 and start making one of the super nutritious foods that can last a few years without refrigeration. And when others start begging you for a glass of fresh water, you'll be the only one in your neighborhood able to spare one. Or even a glass of beer or ginger beer, just like our forefathers made when the drinking water was contaminated. Go to page 301 and start building your own old-style backyard smokehouse to preserve your own meat, sausages, and fish using your own spices. And when the dollar becomes useless and all hell breaks loose, you won't care because you won't need any money at all. All you'll need to survive is the lost ways. Nothing more. If our ancestors survived the hardest times using only this knowledge, then so will you. Everyone will turn to you for guidance. Everyone will try to barter with you. Everyone will want to use your tools and your knowledge. This is the amazing power our great-grandparents had. And it's all captured, jam-packed, readily available for you in The Lost Ways. You won't find this anywhere else, and there's no way to tell how much longer this presentation is going to be up. So click the Add to Cart button below to secure your copy now. In keeping with the spirit of those simpler days, today you can take advantage of my handshake guarantee. Because I always put my money where my mouth is, I'm willing to take all the risk on this one. So click the button below and go through The Lost Ways. And when you're done, you have to be 100% thrilled and happy with this deal. If for any reason at all you want your money back, you'll get it within 24 hours from the moment you send me the request. You don't even have to answer any questions. Just simply send me a quick email located in the members area in the next 60 days and ask for a refund. That's right, you've got 2 months to test drive The Lost Ways and the bonuses. That's my handshake guarantee. So is it a deal? I hope so. Don't let this knowledge disappear into the darkness of time, because in the next crisis, when death will stare you in the eye, this is the only time-tested life vest that you and your family can hang on to. You'll stay calm and protected when others will scavenge through the garbage for food. My guess is that you haven't experienced a long-time hunger, but you are probably familiar with the feeling of skipping a couple of meals. Not a very pleasant experience. We're not used to thinking about what to eat or how to procure food for our children. Again, don't take anything for granted just because we're living in good times now. Our grandfathers and great-grandfathers were the last generation to practice the basic things that we call survival skills today. Why try to reinvent what they did, and did very well, for centuries? There are only a few moments in life when you can really do something big, and this is one of them. Our grandparents didn't pass these skills on to us in our bloodstream, and neither will you to your children or your nephews. So, take advantage of this video while it's still up and save the lost ways by clicking on the button below. You are the only one that can change something. Are you ready to turn back the clocks to the 1800s for up to 3 years? Because this is what will happen after the next SHTF event. One of my readers, James, replied to this question. Thanks for the book, Claude. I've been looking for something like this for years, and yes, I do believe that some of us are ready to turn back the clock now. Thanks to you, I can truly say that I'm at least one step closer. I can't believe how many things we've lost along the way. This book was an eye-opener for me, and I must admit that there were a lot of things that I was doing or thinking in a totally wrongful way. The brilliance of your book is that it offers a proven way to achieve self-sufficiency without investing any money. Heads up for this book. This is by far the best survival advice I've read so far. And I just can't stop building stuff. James. I received this email and it made my day. Now again, here's my handshake deal to you. You'll get The Lost Ways, plus what every survivalist should grow in his backyard, How to Outlive an EMP the Early Pioneer Way, and a step-by-step guide to building your own can rotation system. While you'll also take advantage of my full handshake money-back guarantee for 60 days and unlimited email access where you'll get to ask me whatever you want. Not for $124, but for only $37. This deal just simply can't get any better than this. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that we'll meet on my secure encrypted checkout page. Now, once you've entered your info and submitted that, you'll have immediate access to The Lost Ways and the bonuses. Click on the button below to secure your spot while this presentation is still up.